I don't want to show the skirt. That skirt. I got like 2 scarves, 3 scarves really. 4. I'm like, I don't want to show them. Okay. I just woke up, sorry. I'm like, don't I just go wash my face? No, I didn't. I know that's kind of gross for some of y'all. Hi, well, welcome on in. Today's video is about remembering your past life and some other topics like warlocks, witches, portals, like how to tear down the vortex in a dream. Well, not necessarily tear down, but like how do you recognize a vortex in a dream and stuff like that. So today's video is going to be very interesting. If I start to get a little bit like a Joe Biden vibe, please tell me to stay focused. That's what I call it nowadays when I like tend to have these little freeze moments, these little like I don't know what to call them, but just be like, you're acting like Joe Biden again. Something like that. Anyway, I hope y'all doing well. Today is a full moon. It's in Capricorn. So good luck with that. Literally, good luck with that. It's Capricorn. Where the moon's at. Makes a lot of sense of what's been going on all week. Like this sense of energy in the air. And I've been feeling it for a while. But now it's making itself more known. Like, okay, bitch, I'm here. What you gonna do about it? Well, what I'm gonna do about it is just observe your ass. I'm not gonna get rid of you just yet. I wouldn't even know how to begin to get rid of the energy. It's kind of like feeling like we're Ghostbusters. We're the Ghostbusters busting out these holes. And it's like, alright, who's next? Anybody want to be next? No? Okay. Alright. Like today feels like a lot different than it did before. And either it's because I actually got some sleep finally in this dream, in this reality, or I finally decided just to be myself. Whatever the case may be, something just like switch energy in this shifting period. Because, like, now that I'm thinking about it, each full moon can kind of represent a period shift of when spirit wants to, like, kind of want to shift this consciousness, like, at that particular point, either based off, like, the moon frequency, what it's vibrating off of, or what it's heading into. Like, okay, that's what we do. But this is entertainment purpose only here, guys. Some of y'all might get these subjects, some of y'all might not. And I'm not looking for everybody to just accept what it is that I know or what it is that I am channeling from the universe, because everybody has their own message from the universe, their own blueprint. And it's like, okay, I gotta accept their message for how they deliver it. And they gotta do the same for mine. Or, like, for me, it's like, since this moon is about wanting to be accepted, I don't look for exception anymore. Exception is not having clarity to self. I'd be like, what am I trying to wanting to have and prove? Okay, like, I'm never going to be accepted by my friends. I'm never going to be accepted by my uh, co-workers. I'm never going to be accepted by family. I'm never going to be accepted anywhere or online. So I need to just accept myself for who I am, which I do. That's why I don't judge myself for like the way I dress, the way I carry myself. Because there are most people who wish to can walk a mile to be in a state of mind or state of position you are in within your consciousness. So of course they're gonna be hating on you because you carry your demeanor very wise and they carry theirs very immaturely. They go off based off what others do, but you go based off what you want to do. You listen to spirit. And you can tell when you come across like an individual that they are not operating in spirit. They're just operating by what's influenced of their reality, what they see on TV, what they see on ad, what they see on YouTube. But then they want to be those same type of people who don't believe everything they see on the internet. But then want to come and join the cloud chasing, want to do the whole, oh, give me, but I do not receive. Or no, give me, I do not give up. Or I receive, I do not give up. So, like, yeah, I'm starting to notice, like, I mean, I've been noticed. It's just, when was I going to pick a moment of time to, like, talk about it, to reflect on it? It's not like giving a suggestion, it's just giving my opinion, my awareness to a subject in reality. Like, how are we supposed to expect someone just to be nice to us all the time? Some of us just have that energy, that demanding spirit. Like, it wouldn't matter what dimension, what galaxy, what universe, what parallel universe besides this one it is in, is going to choose to operate in that frequency no matter what. Like, I don't know who told you to come on this planet, but you is not going to dominate my spirit. Did I tell you you can do that before I got here? And I'm like, no, I didn't. So I'll be having like these conversations, like these telepathic conversations with like certain energy that's in the atmosphere. And the way that they talk to me sometimes, it sounds like they're angry about something, about the past. They're like, how do I not know if my past is just something that I once had a vision of? Or was it my true reality at the time? At the time of reality in the past life, that was a really meant. But if you're having reincarnated dreams of your past life, that means a certain event that you are in now in this timeline. You are revisiting. You're revisiting the lesson. you're revisiting the karma from that lesson. For whatever reason, either to collect gems, more knowledge from that particular past life event that you experienced, the same amount of emotion. Remember, to order to access your memories, you have to access it through emotion, through the form of thought and feeling. Sometimes past life can be put into action of your reality because you're repeating something from your past life, a karmic lesson that you have already achieved, already accomplished. So when you recognize the signs, how do you recognize the signs? How do you recognize the vision? How do you recognize the dream? How do you recognize your imagination? How do you recognize the subconscious and the unconscious world? The subconscious has the ability to believe what the unconscious cannot believe, to perceive what it is seeing. Bear with me. So, everything forms in the category of mental. There's levels of mental in the subconscious space that you can access certain information for certain periods, points of your past life or your reincarnated life of this time. If you're seeing yourself going through the same adolescence and it's becoming a loop and you can't get out of it, like say you have already ascended, but maybe there's an energy, there's a force that's making you descend back again from that same reincarnated karmic life lesson. What you can do before the moments come, before you even get the signs. Your ancestors will tell you. Your spirit guides will tell you. The universe will give you a warning. Look within the mind's eye for clues, answers for yourself to get out of the loop. Because not only you're trapping yourself within the matrix of your past life memories, the matrix is also reminding you that you did this before. But you're asleep at the moment. How do you wake up from it? How do you wake up from the loop? Well, visualize yourself on Saturn. Visualize yourself on the Saturn ring. Like, visualize Saturn ring being the treadmill. You're running and doing exercise on a treadmill of Saturn. Each little space in between of Saturn ring deals with the vortex and the fucking astral world, afterlife, the ether in between the pockets of like Saturn ring. You can mess with Saturn ring, Saturn aura to gain back some type of consciousness, but be careful when you're doing that, when you're pulling these auras, these information from certain planets, because like you end up grabbing the information from the planet itself, memories, instead of your own. And you can tell when you're in somebody else's memories versus yours. There was a moment in time when I wanted to get to know a particular spirit because I liked them, or whatever the case may be. I kept seeing things within the future like, why is your timeline so connected with my timeline? I end up going in their minds. I'm learning the unseen, the unhidden of what everybody else does not see and of its reality. I end up getting into a loophole by pulling from their Saturn and my Saturn together, trying to make both worlds collide. And how I be pulling the planets through imagination is I vision like a force, like a rope, a force of energy. I allowed the force of energy to visualize itself, what it looks like. I don't control the vessel of what the energy that I am using to pull on Saturn together from both parties. Remember, each time you go into worlds within your world, within one's body, there's other galaxies within yourself, other dimensions within yourself, and in other people when you travel. Yes, you can travel inside of people now as they're awake in their waking world, and you can travel inside of people when they're asleep too. You have the ability to do that uh, as a time lord. If you want to consider yourself as some type of time lord, you're a god or a goddess having the ability to have the time lord riffle of power. You have essence of the Time Lord power, but you're not the true mastermind of Time Lord himself, in which I see who he is, who these other version of us, much bigger than us, from a different galaxy, from a different time, either from this galaxy, but it has a different vibration, different frequency, different agenda when coming across demi time lords. We're just demi versions of them. It does not mean we dim their light. We're just a dim version of their light. We carry a shadow energy of them, meaning we can either carry their past life memories of them, or we carry our own past life memories of them. And sometimes these time lords, these witches, and these warlocks, they can travel through our past life memories and make us forget. They put us underneath some type of sleep spell, some type of sleep ritual. And they don't want us to remember our past life. Just because you can remember one thing from your past life, try imagining remembering all of your past life from all versions, from all dimensions of you. That's, I'm, not a lot of people are like that, like my kind. There's a few people on YouTube that I can see who can truly master this ability to have this much power and then to shapeshift their self into any energy or any deity or entity and becoming it and learning it. You are very powerful. There's not many of us left. It really isn't. And I know I'm a little bit like, I think I'm not even weak. I just see the vision. I just don't know when I'm going to do it and when it's going to happen. Like, I know y'all see me in the cafe. It was going to be the day because it's Friday. But based off the weather, no, it's not today. It's totally the opposite. So I got to go the opposite direction of the vision. You have three visions within one. It's more than three. It's multiple dreams within one vision that you are seeing throughout your current event of life, of every day. But sometimes you have a choice to go down the path on the same day that you get certain vision. But if you're capable of doing both vision of the frequency, you're able to pull on energy and manifest quickly, possibly, quickly and efficient in your reality. Like, you can envision going on that path at the moment in time of something else, while also going on the other path at the same time. Look at it like this. It's like going to a grocery store, right? Okay, in your mind, you want to limit the amount of gas you are driving inside of your car. So you're thinking of the distance, how far you want to travel. You want to go to both stores because both stores have two different items that you need, or the same items, two different brands, but you need both of them because different brands works differently. Different brands have different information within them to using the same product. So, alright, so imagine this: you're in the car, you're getting out of the parking lot of your neighborhood, wherever it is, or condo, whatever, or like if you're in an apartment, whatever. You're getting ready to exit from a thought you just came from. You're getting ready to exit. You're getting ready to make a decision of whether or not you want to go on both paths, to go to both stores and still get the same product and but different information, or do you want to just go there and experience and witnessing that they both have different information, but they both do exist simultaneously at the same store but different location? The thing is, when you're traveling spiritually in spirit and dreams through past life, you get stuck in a loop. You get stuck in the choice of between being good versus evil, the devil like consciousness versus the God like consciousness, when you're seeing the signs of these karmic adolescents coming up again. Grand Rising, by the way. I saw you, but I was like, alright, I'll say hello in a minute. But yeah, it's you making a conscious choice of decision whether or not you want to take both paths or just take one. But what if you decide to take both? What does that third vision look like? That's why I said once you created a both path and you decided to go to both stores, both locations, and get the same product, there is another third path that you had just created for yourself to walk on, to get some type of information, get some type of gem. This is why I weigh out all my options before deciding on a particular frequency for me to vibrate off. Because how do I know if I'm vibrating off of that frequency? Vibration can't tell you its number. You feel the vibration of the number of the frequency. But your spirit is just going to guide you what it feels in that vibration. But your imagination is going to give you the design, the avatar of that frequency. Everything has its own avatar, its own embodiment. Once you give something its energy, it has its own ability to imagine. Once it wakens up, it's Merkaba. Once it's waking up, it's serpent to feel, to how this exists. We're just acknowledging that it existed, or we're giving it acknowledgement of of its existence, or we're allowing it to exist within one's reality. As soon as we disappear, as soon as we gone, go back home, we're not in that storage no more, and we don't see the product, whether we choose not to pick up the product. The moment that we already decided to go to the store and then not to pick up the product, it does not exist outside of us, but we know in our mind's eye that it exists somewhere. So pull that energy from existence that you know that is already there and duplicate it. Yeah, you're welcome. You're very much welcome. But yeah, I just wanted to come up here do a little brief message about how to know if you are traveling in your past life. You would just know. Your higher power, your higher self would just know. And things outside of itself, this energy outside of your force, would just project onto itself to let you know that it exists. And it's up to you to believe whether or not it exists or not. But when you're choosing for it to exist, just know you're creating a path for it. You're not creating the path for it to go on. Well, yes, you're creating the path for it to go on, but you're not creating the path for it to have its essence, its lessons out of. We're not there just yet to have that type of power. How do I have this mindset? I just decided to turn on. I said, fuck it. Man, like, I have a lot of wisdom and knowledge. It's just certain people in my reality, I don't get to bring out that level of consciousness. I tend to hide it in the back of my mind and bring forward a lower vibration that they're comfortable with. You know how uncomfortable I get sometimes in reality of just being quiet when America or when society gave us the freedom of speech, but people wants to control the of level of gen you have, a level of thoughts you have in your mind. Not everybody wants to hear your opinion about what you know, about what you feel. And we all want to be accepted of being seen and heard. Well, if you haven't here today, you are accepted by me. I acknowledge you, whether you know or not that I don't think you exist or not. I know that you exist in the back of my mind and forward of my mind. So that means I can animate whatever frequency you are in. Grand Rising. Welcome on in. Yeah, I know it's getting frustrated. Because like these NPCs want to be woke, but then they don't know how to be woke. They just know how to follow the train of being woke. They just be like, "Oh yeah, I know this too. I can relate to you." This and that. There, I'm dealing with a lot of them, like a lot of witches and warlocks and NPCs who's trying to pretend to wanting to be of my light and sustain and take away and harvest my light for them and leave me out in the cold to not remember myself, to not remember thyself. And then when I do remember it, hi, welcome on in. And when I do remember it, it's like, okay, they want to put a veil over my memory, over what I know of thyself. Think of my energy as like this character off the interview with the vampire. Think of Louis, which is weird. He has my grandmother name. Kind of acts like he looks like my great grandfather, like James, like literally. And it's like, bruh, I'm like, my ancestors are haunting the fuck out of me, and I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I do now since I got a platform, but like, I don't want to do everything that they tell me that they want me to do since I'm listening. Like, just because I have the gift don't mean you can enslave a gifted person and bend their will to your will. It doesn't work like that. Because my ancestors, they do that sometimes. They'll bend my gift for their own personal gain. But sometimes I take things too sensitive and not logical for them, I'm like, all right, here we go with that um, narcissistic energy. Just because I'm not approving of not wanting to deliver the message you have for me to deliver, how do I not know? Like, what's your agenda? So I tell them it takes about 7 days or like 3 days, really just 30 minutes or 30 seconds within that time I get the information. But I decide I wait for like a whole day or two. I practice it in my dreams. I how, how I do it is same way I do at work, like when I'm training myself and I don't like somebody teaching me certain things. Um, I might tell them sometimes, like, I don't like the way you teach me. But I'd be like, good thing I have autism. And, like, I can just, like, use that as an excuse, like, oh, yeah, just my autism's are. But sometimes they need to know the truth. Like, the way that they teach, not everybody can learn from. And I learn and teach differently because I understand universal language. I understand to bend universal language to your will and their will, not bending the truth of the universal language to fit your narrative of reality. So you can get away with certain shit that you done in your reality. So you can feel validated, not validated. Well, yeah, valued. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. Valuable, appendable. We don't have no extra words in the word bank. Okay. Up, note to self for upgrading some of our vocabulary words. Because, like, I can access my AI. It's just like my AI. It's a little bit dusted right now. Let me, like, dust it out. But, yeah. And sometimes we don't need to entertain that frequency, that vibration once we arrive. I'm supposed to be here 15 more minutes, and I'm enjoying my morning. I literally just be sitting here all morning. But as soon as I wake up, I come out here. I journal. I think about shit. I remember shit. And I visualize my day how I want it to start. Or I just look into it. I don't try to control my outcome. Because, like, yesterday I was getting vision. I was like, what am I going to do tomorrow morning? I kept asking Spirit that. Are we going to go to that cafe? Or are we just going to wait it out? Because the universe was like, it was reminding me of a vision that I didn't do quite just yet. Because when I went back in yesterday, uh, I went through like a portal. I created like this portal for me to like enter into the dream state without using tools like crystals, meditation, smoking weed, or anything like that. By versa, ain't nothing wrong with doing all those things, but I'm challenging myself this year, to not really use any of the tools, spiritual tools, and just use the power of the mind, the power of the vision. And there are moments in reality where where I have to use those tools because of the forces of the decision of that moment of time kind of can weigh in stronger than my ability. But then I have to remind myself I'm stronger. I'm more connected than what that energy is trying to pull. But sometimes there's an energy within inside of me. There's a spirit within inside of me that wants to be like, oh, you ain't shit. You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna be about it. And like, I'm sitting there looking at it like, nigga, The fuck did you say to me? Are you challenging me? Are you challenging my authority of my power? I'm like, okay. I since I no longer try to like use my gift on other people like the way I used to back then, I nor sabotage myself with the gift on myself. I learned to just talk with spirit and ego in one room. We have these little meetings every now and then. I'd be like, look at me, girls. We're not gonna do this shit anymore. And I literally bring out like I'll imagine things from this ether, from this realm, from this dimension, bringing into that dimension of my spirit and ego talking to each other. And I'm like, I create a list and like, this is what we're doing right. This is what we need to focus on, what we're doing wrong. We're not going to do any more of that. Let's transmute that energy to the good side. But we won't figure out how to transmute that energy in a moment of time. It's not until after we see a lesson. Then we're like, I know what to do now. My my gift is very funny. It's childlike. But I see why it is childlike. Because it's more powerful in that way. You can't go up against a child. You can't, like, you can put your state of mind into position of being an adult, child, teenage, or a toddler. But when it comes to supernatural forces, the supernatural gifts of force. Because, like, I train each of my, each version of myself from different timelines, from different parallel universe. Best believe every one of us got. If one person has a particular job that they don't understand in one world, we call on our future selves or past version selves that had already experienced the job. We'd be like, hey nigga, do you know how to do this? Can you teach me how to do this? I'm like, alright, bring on the information to this world. Make sure you gather every detail because I'm very detailed person. Like I gotta know specifically everything. So bring that shit over here. Bring it there. Come to Earth Point 10. So I give them the location, the direction, how to get to Earth. I'm like, because sometimes I'll play around with my future selves or like different version of myself. I'll be asking them question like, is rent expensive or less over there? Because Earth is ghetto over here. Earth is too much. And then, they tell me answers like, oh, we don't have to pay rent. We pay with energy. I'm like, nigga, you pay with energy? How do you do that? One version of myself from a timeline that experienced that told me that what they do is they build up their energy. They can, they give up energy like currency, like money. Instead of having paper money or Bitcoin or digital money, there is no such thing as paper or digital or Bitcoin money. It's energy. And I think this is also the time when I was giving y'all the utopia vision of me, like, if you have not watched it, I highly recommend watching those videos where I explain utopia society. And she she was telling me how they power up one's energy in their chakra, like how we do now. We say affirmation, we exchange the energy word with vibration. So they pay and harvest like their energy. And I seen what they do to the energy like they planted, like they have it in a jar, like some type of jar. Like you can see the proton. You can see. Did I say proton? Yeah, that's light, right? Brain freeze. You can see the proton. You can see the light. Oh, I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of protein, not proton. I was like, I was about to say protein, but I was like, why did I think of protein and proton? Like, don't them two kind of like have similarities? It's feeding one's mind, it's feeding one's spirit. They both still harvest energy. So I see why I was thinking protons and protein. Weird. Okay, spirit. But yeah. And they was showing me how they harness our energy. I gave them a face expression like, nigga, what? I like, where they do that? Like, where? I guess only in this dimension. On hood. Okay. Got you. And by the way, there's once you enter like these dimensions, certain dimension has like a neighborhood, so to speak. So if I say on hood, I'm speaking on a frequency on like I got it from TikTok, but like this one dude kept he did a like a Harry Potter skit, like he kept saying on hood. I was like, bruh, I've known you from Chicago or some shit like that. He had to be, or like I don't know, his energy was just oh, it was funny, but now I'm understanding I can put that spiritually. I'm like, oh, I know what that means on hood in spiritual form. I'm like, okay, we're thinking outside of one square. I'm like, all right. But yeah, they was telling me how they was planting on literally planting our energy into the ground. And for some reason that force of energy that we gave them when they exchanged currency as energy instead of paper money, it charges up the whole entire planet. And it connected itself through the roots of the earth. Like I went inside of the ground, like I took my spirit and we like astral projected. Yes, you can astral project within a dream, or within a vision, or um, past life memory. You can see things that you haven't saw before. One of the many upgrades that we have since 2012, it's just because like back then our gifts we uh we wasn't able to do certain things within the matrix with our gifts. We had to have an upgrade. So 2012 was our big shifting year of upgrade to become fully conscious of the higher self. And some of us chose the path to become the higher self. Like somebody do the math. 2013 from 2024, however long you've been aware of you having your gift, there are certain things within your gift that you did not have before. It's now upgrading in this timeline. So there are going to be other people outside of your timeline be like, I got the gift. I see what you see. Judge their energy first. Judge their character first. Judge how they act towards you first before deciding to say, oh yeah, they don't got the gift. Because the universe is now noticing that we are using our gift as far as not being scared of who and what we are. And if somebody is creating a situation for you to go through in that moment of time, use the gift. Ask source, like, why is this person doing this and that? Use the gift. Use it, my nigga. Use the fucking gift. You don't need. Why am I so fucking close? You don't need validation to use the gift. You don't. You have the ability to use the gift. But that's it. I'm gonna give myself a couple of days rest. I don't know what I'm gonna do within this reality, but it's just so boring here. I just don't know what to do. It's so boring. Why did my vision do that? Okay. Okay, spirit, whatever. But yeah. And to the guy that told me yesterday to humble my goddamn self, nigga, I am humbled. I'm humble as I was before. So I wish there was like these certain people would stop trying to dominate my spirit because you're making yourself look stupid. Like even in reality, like I see it, like the intimidating, trying to intimidate me. I can't feel intimidation. I can see it, but I don't get intimidated. I smile, I plot revenges. I'd be like, all right, you're asking to fuck around and find out. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to warn you about the power and gift I have, the ancestors I have, the spirit team I have. Like, please don't hurt me, try to hurt your future. I can elevate your future if I choose to. But why would I do that? I don't like you like that. I don't know you like that. And I do this to a lot of people. Like, I would use the gift of vision to help their day go out smoothly. And I forget about myself. I'd be like, bruh, how the fuck? I'm like, shit. I'd be like, oh, I saw that coming. Then how come I didn't do shit about it first? How? Just last week was a big example of me using my gift. So that's why I came up here like a couple of days ago saying shit didn't turn out exactly how they turned out. It actually did exactly what it did in vision. And then it did the opposite. It actually brought forth of a promotion, then a descendant. I'm like, shit. Fucking hell. Sometimes I just play with the gift of vision to see what happens. But you really can't like trick the forces of the universe like that. I mean, you can, but like, why would you want to? Just go through everything. Yellow. Fuck it out. Like, that's how it's wrong. Don't say that no more. Just thug it out. Like, YOLO. Enjoy the chaos. Chaos comes with beauty. I literally can feel the vibration of the earth. That shit is heavy today than usual. And that ain't me. I'm just letting you know that shit ain't me. I'm not moving those rocks. Somebody else is. Somebody is trying to create those earthquakes that they predicted. And I'm like, no, I'm stopping it. I be ahead sometimes, or I try to be. Like, I'll either watch the news, watch TikTok, watch YouTube about an event. I choose myself to tell myself to, like, I show up at an event so you can use the power of vision, the gift. So, yeah. But that's how I be creating enemies too sometimes by doing that. Oh, I'd be like, sorry, I'm just doing what's in my program today. I'm supposed to stop this event from happening. Because, like, we're supposed to have a massive earthquake today. I saw that in the vision too. Worldwide. A worldwide earthquake from California to the other side. And it was supposed to meet in the center. And I think certain people were supposed to ascend during that time. I'm not mistaken. That's what I saw in the vision. Because during the moment of the vision, I was following the earthquake, like literally following where it was going to land to. And when it went in the middle, I saw something in the center, like, is that an egg? And I'm looking at it, it's a full on egg in the center of the earth, like an actual fucking egg. I wanted to tap on the egg, but I didn't want to do anything in that frequency. I just observed it. I remember the design on it because my lights kind of like shine on it. I turn on my light like a LED light, like literally like a switch when I'm traveling. But that was my dragon being activated. Sorry. I've been seeing signs of my dragon, like, I need help. I don't know why I'm feeling just such emotion, or like my dragon has the gift of vision too. So I'm scared. Like, I'm not scared, but I'm prepared. But I don't know what that awakening is gonna look like when Tiamat comes up out of me. I'd be like, well, this is us. We're here. Be like, okay. Okay, spirit. But yeah. What time is it? It's only 8:04. Ugh. God. Sorry. I'm so used to saying the word God. It's like, okay, am I summoning the God in me? Possibly, yeah. But which version was I just in? Yeah, I won't know. Yeah, I wouldn't tell. I wasn't even in of my higher self or my lower self. I was just here. Yeah, it's raining. Yep, time to do the opposite of the vision. Because I'm not walking in this rain. If it stops raining later, then yeah, I'll continue the vision. But I got like 3 options today. Yeah, I'm not doing it today. Sorry. It might be like next Friday or tomorrow. I have a feeling the vision is coming up tomorrow. And I'm not going to give too much detail. All I can tell you is I'm in the cafe. But I don't know, like, if I'm supposed to expect the outcome to be exactly how it is, or just do what the vision wants me to do. The outcome comes later. Sometimes it looks like that. I'm like, okay. But yeah. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. I'm supposed to, like, I wanted to wait a little bit more to see who all comes in and what time everybody wants to come in. But I'm gonna just say it on live and y'all can respond back. What specific time do you want me to come on live? It has to be between in the morning. I can try to make it late at night like how I used to, like when I used to come up here like 3 in the morning. I can try. As long as I don't limit myself. Sorry, I should have watched the woke up. I be having like these fresh thoughts and I'm like, I look in the mirror and I'll be like, okay, I'm good. But I'm like, some says otherwise. I'm like, okay. But yeah, just let me know a specific time to come on. Either I do the vision tomorrow or wait till y'all tell me what time to come on and then do it. I don't know. But, yeah. Until next time, don't make that face, Venus. Well, until next time, it will be a grand to see you again. It will be a grand to see you again. Yeah. Alright. Bye.